Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we were gonna go help Jacob, and then we got distracted by an anomaly on Job, and it was worth it. We found another Prothean data disk. We had another vision. It was really cool, but, you know, I do feel quite bad. Jacob has been waiting ever so patiently. So let's just get straight into it. We are gonna help Jacob, but we're gonna scan this planet first. I can't help myself. 2175 AR2. Still formerly unnamed, this planet is a hydrogen-helium gas giant with 21 moon-sized objects. Orbital distance 9.3 AU. Orbital period 28.4 Earth years. Radius 62,775 kilometers. Day length 14.0 Earth hours. Okay, and it's poor. It's poor, so we should get through this pretty quick.
Launching probe.
You are now mine. Thank you kindly. Any other big spikes? I'm just gonna go after the big spikes. No. You're quite nice. Don't mind if I do.
Probe.
And to be fair, that could be it. Yeah, there's nothing really jumping out at me. You.
Probe away.
And yeah, I think, there we go, that is everything. There we go, and 50% done, okay.
Anomaly detected.
2175 Aeia. Named after an Asari scientist, this remote planet appears to have been on the list of forbidden mass relays that led to uncharted space. The little data available comes from one far-off probe flyby that reports 2 planets orbiting a white dwarf star. Your own scans yield far more interesting results. The planet is within the habitable zone of the star. It has oceans of liquid water and a thin nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere consistent with carbon-based plant life. It is possible this is an as-yet unexplored garden world. Orbital distance 4.5 AU. Orbital period 7.3 Earth years. Radius 6,521 kilometers. Day length 31.6 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 0.72 Earth atmospheres. Surface temperature 16 Celsius. Surface gravity 1.1 G. So if the Hugo Gernsback, if it kind of successfully crash landed on here, you know, if it crashed in the best possible way, this would actually be a pretty decent place to live. So we could be looking for survivors. Where am I looking here? It's taking me all over the place. Aha.
Registration BW461003.
Scans have found something.
Okay. I'm sorry, Jacob. This place is rich. I'm a hoe for a rich planet. What can I say?
Probe launched.
Still, this is... The fact that this place is so, you know, habitable, ooh.
Probe launched.
I was saying before, it could be really interesting.
Launching probe.
If Jacob's dad did survive the crash. I either hope that he survived, or he died either a hero's or a coward's death. Either would provide some really good opportunities for character growth for Jacob. I just hope it's not like, oh, he died in a really boring way. Like, that achieves nothing. So I'm really hopeful for something interesting here.
Probe launched.
And you.
Launching probe.
And, oh, hello.
Probe away.
Lovely jubbly. That's it's a little bit of element 0. We find element 0 so rarely. Go on.
Probe launched.
Thank you. And ooh.
Launching probe.
Okay, there we go. Oh no, actually, I tell a lie.
Probe launched.
Now there we go. We've depleted the place. Okay, let's land. Let's go. Okay, yeah, we have to bring Jacob. You know what? Let's bring Jacob and Miranda. We'll go with the OG squad.
I have run a scan of the ship. I detect no life signs, but there may be useful technology or information still inside.
Okay. Stop this. We've landed on a beach. This place looks great. Oh my god, it looks so nice and peaceful. I admit it, well, there's the ship, but, like, still. Aside from that, this place looks like paradise. Damn. Pardon me. Pardon me. Don't get stuck on the rocks.
There it is, and mostly intact. They could have survived impact, but it's been years.
I mean, yeah, it's been years, but apparently this is like the ideal place to crash. It support... Oh, what the fuck was that? I heard that. I was just gonna say, like, it supports carbon-based life. Presumably there's, like, flora or fauna. Okay, hello. Like,
Looks
if
like
they
it was
could...
stripped after the crash. They'd have tried to get a beacon up as soon as possible.
Well, don't mind me. I'm just gonna salvage what I can. A yoink. Well, yeah, just to finish my point, like, if they could just find either animals to hunt or food to eat, like, they could do pretty decently, I think.
Along with this anymore, we've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as
Why would you be bruising them? Why? What causes bruises? Hitting, grabbing, pushing, violence. Why? I feel a wee bit sick. I don't like that. I don't like
Repeat,
that.
Toxology alert. Danger of rapid neural decay. Local flora chemically incompatible with human physiology. Override. Beacon resumed. Pause time 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Repeat.
Hello.
Toxology.
From the look of it, this beacon's been here a while. Why would they wait years to signal?
Pause in beacon protocol. 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours. Pause is recorded as record deleted by Acting Captain Ronald Taylor.
That's not right. My father was first officer.
Ronald Taylor was promoted under emergency command protocols. Other flagged issues: unsafe deceleration, local food and neural decay, beacon activation protocols.
Okay, let's go through this one by one.
Who is in command of this ship? Where are the survivors?
Captain Harris Fairchild reported killed following unscheduled suborbital descent. First Officer Ronald Taylor promoted in field to acting captain.
But where is he now?
The location of the remaining crew of the Hugo Gernsback is unknown. This beacon has been unattended for several maintenance cycles.
I assume unsafe deceleration refers to the crash. Give me the details.
Following an unspecified impact and sublight drive failure, the Hugo Gernsback made an unscheduled descent at 465% of theoretical recommended suborbital velocity. The Hugo Gernsback then decelerated at 782% of theoretical recommended approach velocity, sustaining significant damage to investment and crew.
So it was a real bad crash. That's what I'm getting from that. It was a real bad crash.
Local food impairs brain functions? What are the effects?
Impairment of mental function due to chemical imbalance begins within 7 days of ingesting local flora, regardless of decontamination or preparation. Impact on higher cognitive abilities and long-term memory is cumulative, but significant within a standard month. It is not known if neural decay is permanent. Data collection was not completed.
Okay, so the other thing we found, you distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you've done before the bruises even show. Okay, so they land, or what? They don't land. They crash. The captain's dead. Jacob's dad is promoted. Then they start eating the food. Oh, why's my memory gone a bit shit? However, here's the thing, from the other record we found, it sounded like they were performing experiments. You know, and one of them was saying, like, this is a bit dodgy, like, that you distract them for 2 seconds, and they forget what you've done to them. I'm feeling bad about this. This has to stop. And the view I kind of got was that the Hugo Gernsback, it was like, maybe like a merchant vessel, so why would they be experimenting? And why experiment in the first place?
Why wasn't the beacon activated before now?
This emergency beacon became functional after 358 days, 12 hours, following the unscheduled suborbital descent of the Hugo Gernsback. Activation was triggered remotely after 8 years, 237 days, 7 hours, on the authority of Acting Captain Ronald Taylor. Pause in beacon protocol is recorded as record deleted.
So the beacon wasn't originally functional. It became functional. But it wasn't activated for 8 years. I don't like this. I do not like this.
Come on, let's get going.
Let's check the ship. My father had the beacon for almost 9 years. Maybe that neural decay affected him.
Avoiding it for a decade seems unlikely.
I mean, you know what, I'm gonna listen to this again.
Along with this anymore, we've done horrible things to the crew. The conditions they're in, they don't understand what we're doing to them. Distract them for 2 seconds and they forget what you did before the bruises show. It's got to stop. I'm talking to the others as soon as...
Yeah, someone's saying, like, I can't keep doing this anymore. So, here's the thing, that guy sounded completely within his wits. He sounded completely normal. Bad vibes. Bad vibes, bad juju. I don't like it, I don't trust it. I'm just checking this. This looks like a dead end. There could be stuff. Oh.
You came from the sky? The leader said someone would come. He delayed for so long, but he still has power. Some have lost faith. The hunters. They will have seen your star. They will not let you help him.
Now this is someone talking like oh, they have seen your star. That I'm like, okay, this is sounding like neural decay.
What are you talking about? You're not making sense.
I don't remember how to say it. He's our leader, and we serve so we can go home. But some want to fight him. They were cast out. He exiled them, so they hunt his machines and those who help him. They don't believe that rescue will come.
Watch out!
Hunters, they won't stop until the leader is dead.
Kill them! Agents of the liar! He will not escape!
We've been...
Okay, so I thought that this was what the Look away, weird shit is happening. I thought this was a dead end. I assumed that we were supposed to go in the ship and that this was just a dead end. Okay, we'll go back to the ship. We'll go back to the ship. No, y'all can piss off. No, thank you.
On the...
Excuse me. You know what? I wanna get me my pistol. I prefer the pistol. There we go. No, you don't.
Down you go.
Do you know what? Yeah, so that is on. Good stuff. Let's also grab some of that. Come on. Come on. Come on. I see you there. There we go.
That wasn't neural decay. They were feral.
My father wouldn't let this go on. Something is very wrong.
Okay, you have your head back now. That's nice.
You killed them, but there are more every day. They want to fight, but I just want to go home.
She's lost it. We need to find someone who can make sense of this.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go back to see what was in the ship. As I said, I assumed that this was just a little, nook or cranny. I didn't think it actually led anywhere. Let's see what's on the ship. Something I caught. All of the feral people were dudes. There was like no mix.
She even threatened to report if I didn't stop sending messages. But now she's so innocent. They all are. That look she gives when she smiles. It's sure easier now. What's the harm? We're stuck here.
Bad vibes. Bad vibes. Bad juju.
What was her name? Sarah? Suzanne? My God, I can't remember. I can't remember her face. We need to get out. So I can remember. Can think straight. They have to hurry.
What is making me very, very nervous about all of this? So we've found two doodads, two crew logs from men. The men seem perfectly clear-headed. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering over my words here. I'm sorry about that. The men seem clear-headed. The doctor's log. And she's, like, Sarah, Suzanne, I can't remember her name. We've encountered another woman, and she's talking about, like, oh, your star has fallen. Your star, oh. And as I said, all of the people who were feral, they were all men. It's sending off warning signs. It's sending off warning signs. Yeah, that is the PDA. Okay. Okay, lots of orange going in a diagonal. Actually, no, it wasn't you. There's green at the bottom. Right there. And it's actually you. And then you. Thank you for the money.
Crash, you can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't.
Okay, so she sounded clear-headed. However...
Crash, you can't expect the luxury of due process, but this isn't a military ship. Just bumping the command line up a notch doesn't work. Captain Fairchild knew this crew. His replacement doesn't command the same level of respect. I'm hoping the man has it in him, but I don't.
That is the most jarbled we have heard. I would assume this is the oldest. That has to be the oldest. It's... You can just about comprehend it, but it's so... It's properly janked. It's all janked. Yeah, and there's nowhere to go past that. Okay, so yeah, this is the dead end. My mistake. I don't... This is making me very uncomfortable. This is making me very, very uncomfortable. I'm enjoying it, but I'm also like, oh no. No. Yeah, she's safe. She's safe. You really had me worried for a minute there. When your head was over here and your body was upright, you really had me concerned. But I'm glad to see you got better. Ooh. This is now mine. Thank you. And don't mind if I do. All of it. Give me all of it. Oh, hello. Hello there.
Strip for parts. Tech's wearing out. Those hunters must be laying on the pressure.
Okay, what is... I hope that's just a shelter and it's not something I have to fight. Hello? Hello?
Is that a settlement? They'd better be friendlier than the beach group. I need answers.
That's a woman. That's a woman. That's a woman. That might be a dude. That might be a dude. But I think I'm gonna be making that noise a lot. That is my I'm really uncomfortable noise. Hello?
They're clearly docile, but in the same uniform remnants as those who attacked us.
Yeah!
There aren't any men here. Maybe it affects genders differently? Makes males get violent.
Possibly. But the woman on the beach said the exiled ones came back as hunters.
It doesn't matter right now. One of these people must know what my father has to do with this.
You have his face. He promised to call the sky, but he sends nothing.
He forced us to eat, to decay. You are cursed with his face.
Oh. He forced us to eat to decay. It's that I'm so uncomfortable right now. Come on, Callista, formulate words. Formulate words, use your brain. Two parts. My initial thought, why would you make women fuzzy-headed? Why would you do that? There's one answer. There is one very obvious, very cruel answer as to why you would make a bunch of women, assuming you're a straight dude, or a lesbian to be fair, but assuming you are attracted to women, why would you make a bunch of women, you know, muddle-headed? That one log. Oh, she was always saying no. She was always having a go at me. But now she's so pleasant. And the way she smiles. What's the harm? I feel sick to my stomach. And he forced us to eat. So I mean, you could hear on the doctor's log, they must have realised that the food here, we shouldn't be eating it. But if that's all you have to eat, if it's this or starve, eventually you're gonna eat. He forced us to eat to decay. This is an understatement. This is a massive understatement.
Not the best reaction to the family resemblance, Jacob.
Why would my father force his crew to eat toxic food? Whatever's happening here needs to stop.
I can... As I said, assuming you are attracted to women, I can think of one particularly heinous reason why you'd make them eat food that'd make them confused and susceptible.
Look at these spoiled food stores. They've been eating only that toxic local food for who knows how long. Like that wasn't obvious enough.
Ayo?
He has a cruel face. His cruel face.
Again, it's that descriptor, cruel. His cruel face. They're afraid.
Away. You are like him. You will keep us here.
Is this going where I think it's going?
I can't talk to you. I don't want punishing.
I'm just gonna take your shit. Don't mind me. Don't mind me.
What the hell? Somebody had to push them to make that. That's borderline worship.
Jesus Christ. Okay, and we haven't spoken to you.
The hunters will kill you. They fight because he exiled them and waited too long.
So the men have all been exiled. Except for presumably our supreme and glorious leader, who has Jacob's face, or rather Jacob has his face. Oh dear God.
He is bad. He has a bad face like the other. Like him. You'll hurt me.
He keeps us, protects us, and we please him like he demands.
Jesus Lord, I did not. And here I was saying I hope he'd have a heroic or a cowardly death, and this is what I am presented with. Okay. I heard that. Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna... Whilst you're over there... Yeah, okay, now they're shooting. Now they're shooting. Okay, no thank you. No thank you. No. Get to cover or... if you could help me out here, that'd be great. That'd be great. Yeah.
Gotta hurt.
Collision proximity warning.
Okay, you're down. Okay. I mean, down on the ground, not down. Let's go for...
Excuse me.
Excuse who?
Patrols like that are a little much against this bunch.
Well, that would make them hate him. But maybe it was just for defense.
Jacob, you are not... I don't think you're picking up what they are putting down. I don't think you've realised the gravity of what they're insinuating. Then again, if this is going where I think it's going, if they're talking about his dad, no one wants to think their dad is capable of it. Maybe there'll be a twist. Maybe there'll be a twist, and I am just... I'm looking at this in the worst way possible. Maybe maybe there's something else going on, but... Oh no,
Please, here. You could end it.
Okay, well, I am just about out of time for this episode. Let's read some codex entries.
Humans detected Aeia as an Earth-type world via telemetry in 2165. After probe surveys indicated life, lush vegetation, ample fresh water, and breathable air, the Alliance upgraded the planet to a garden world colonization priority. Commanded by Captain Ronald Taylor, the crew of Alliance survey vessel Hugo Gernsback made planetfall on the jungle world in 2173. Soon after, ship transmissions inexplicably stopped. While the precise fate of the Hugo Gernsback command and crew is unknown, they are presumed killed in action and their vessel destroyed.
Well, that's an error. He wasn't the captain, he was a crewmate or some higher up, but he was promoted to captain afterwards, after the crash, so a bit of an error there. Oops. And, okay. Purgatory. Originally an ark ship designed to carry agricultural animals, the Purgatory was taken by the Blue Suns mercenary company during a large-scale battle in the Skyllian Verge. In a years-long reconstruction of its interior, the Blue Suns repurposed it to hold sapient prisoners, supposedly because they captured so many in their conflicts throughout the galaxy. When media outlets started investigating claims that the ship was used for slaving operations, the Blue Suns turned a public relations nightmare into a regular income source. Claiming to be in full accordance with Citadel law, the crew of Purgatory now regularly land on planets or space stations, claiming that they can no longer hold their prisoners because of cost overruns. To avoid keeping prisoners under inhumane conditions, they will have to release them at the nearest port, dumping the scum of the galaxy directly into the local population. Faced with such a scenario, the government regularly grants Purgatory's crew massive discounts in fuel, food, and repairs as long as they go away. Some even offload their own prisoners to Purgatory for a fee, grateful to have a problem relocated somewhere other than their backyard. Such unfortunates go in the dark depths of the ship, never to be seen again by their families or contacts. Purgatory is minimally armed with Guardian defenses. Though a cruiserweight ship, it relies on the Blue Suns fighters to prevent any attacks bent on a jailbreak or similar events. The Migrant Fleet. The Flotilla, or the Migrant Fleet, is a fleet of roughly 50,000 starships that houses over 17 million Quarians. The largest collection of starfaring vessels in the galaxy, the fleet is so large it may take days for all the ships to pass through a mass relay. The ships are constantly repaired, replaced, and upgraded to comfortably house as many Quarians as possible. Typically, ships specialize in roles for the fleet, from the enormous agricultural live ships to the shielded lab ships to the repurposed freighters known as home ships that house Quarian children, young parents, and educators. Employed Quarians typically live in the ship they work on, since commuting from ship to ship ties up resources with unnecessary docking procedures. Even within the flotilla, Quarians on most ships will remain encased in their protective suits. Rarely, Quarians will meet on clean ships for specific purposes, such as medical services or reproduction. When this occurs, they remove their suits, knowing full well that it is likely they will spend a few days having allergic reactions or getting over infections as their weakened immune systems compensate for each other's presence. Lovely. Alrighty then, in the next episode we will speak to the Doctor, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.